Hey guys, so haven't had time to really vlog much this week. Sleep is still not good, but yeah, and I also feel like hay fever season has started. I've been like getting super itchy eyes and a really itchy nose. I can't stop sneezing, which is really annoying. But yeah, it's starting to get a bit colder again as well. Parts of the UK are snowing apparently. Haven't seen any snow, but yeah. Anyway, I've done one weight session this week so far. It was chest and triceps. That was yesterday. I've got some DOMs today. Not super painful, but I can definitely feel like in my chest area like it's a little bit painful, especially like when I expand my chest and like try to stretch it out a little bit. And I can definitely feel some DOMs in my triceps as well. So yeah, it was a tough session. I did go heavier, which is good, but at the same time I could just feel myself being really tired. And then yeah, afterwards I tried my first yoga wheel session, which was really fun. So I've been having lots of like stiff lower back problems, and this class actually really helped to like relieve some of that. I mean, it's still a bit stiff. I think I still need to continue stretching and stuff, but yeah, it's loosened it up a bit. So right now I'm heading into town to go to dance class, and then tomorrow I've got another weight session, and then I will have 2 more sessions, a weighted circuit and a weighted session, before I finish for the end of the week. That's mainly because I haven't really done much dancing this week, so I'm only doing one class tonight, and that will be it. There won't be any more dancing for the rest of the week pretty much. So yes, it's going well. This week has started off all right. It was pancake day yesterday, and I did have some pancakes, so I wasn't too hard on myself on that because I love pancakes, and it was a one-off. So I had it with strawberries and banana and chocolate chips, and it was tasty, and I was happy. So that's all that matters. Today I've been focusing on drinking lots of water, and also making sure that I've been eating like back to normal. So I had oats this morning, I had a cottage pie at lunchtime, got a protein shake for later, and then yeah, so it's been pretty decent today with foods, and yeah, but that's about it really. There is not too much going on, so just need to carry on with the week. It's going to be the end of February soon, and then obviously I'll be doing weigh-in and measurements, and I'll probably do photos as well to make sure that I'm happy with my progress, and that's about it. So I will catch you guys later on in the week. Hey guys, so it's quite late on Friday night, but I'm just going to give you guys a quick update. This week hasn't gone great in the sense of my activity levels have been quite low. I haven't danced as much as I usually do, and just in general I've been really stressed out with work and personal life stuff, so it's just not been great. I feel like I've been quite sedentary this week. So it's Friday and I've only done 2 weight training sessions. So I did one earlier in the week, I think it was Tuesday. I had a dance class on Wednesday, and then took yesterday off, and then did leg day tonight, and to be honest I didn't even really feel like doing it, but I'm really glad that I did it quite late. I did it after dinner, and after like a meet up with my friends, and so I literally could have been like, no, I just want to go home, but I knew that if I did that I'd have to put a lot of pressure on myself this weekend to get like 2 more weight sessions done, especially because I kind of feel like I really want to take tomorrow off now. So yeah, I had a big weight session tonight, legs. It was a long session. Started with 15 minutes worth of stairs. I feel like I haven't done stairs in such a long time that it just was so tiring. I just didn't, I can't even comprehend how tired I was feeling and how long it took me. I mean, I say it took me long. The set time was 15 minutes, but the 15 minutes felt way longer than 15 minutes, if I'm being honest. And obviously it had me sweating in like the first like minute and a half. Stairs are really, really good cardio, I feel. Heart rate was really, really high, so like well up in the 170s, 169, 170. So I do feel like that's a really, really great cardio equipment piece. But yeah, so that was my warm up, 15 minutes worth of stairs, and I already kind of felt tired. And then I had back squats, front squats, deadlifts, leg extension, and lunges. So it felt like a really, really big session. It took a long time. Just the weight session was an hour, so it was an hour and 15 total, but I felt like I could give the time to actually do it. I didn't feel rushed in any way, and once I got into the swing of doing it, I was just kind of like, okay, let's just get on with it. So that was good. My legs at the end of it definitely felt very, I mean, the word bloated isn't the right word because you would use bloated for an organ. Swollen, muscle. My muscle was swollen. Like I could definitely feel it was worked. It just, my quads felt huge, more huge than they usually are. So I don't have like small quads for sure. And I know that I definitely hold a lot of like fat around my lower body, but it just kind of felt like my quads were absolutely massive, and just there must have been loads of blood rushing to the muscle because they were literally, I'm sure at least like, to me it looked like 1.5 times the size that they usually were. So I was literally just like, is my leg going to fit into my jeans? But it was a good session. I'm glad I did it. I feel like I'm going to be quite sore tomorrow. I tried to increase the weights as much as I could, and tried to focus on technique again, but wasn't 100% sure on how things were going. So I have recorded some videos to send to my coach, just to ask her how my technique is and if she thinks I need to change anything. I didn't feel like anything was hurting. So deadlifts, we talked about my deadlift a couple of weeks ago, and what I needed to do in order to stop getting like lower back problems in my deadlifts. And so I changed that up slightly today and actually felt a lot better. So I didn't feel like I was pulling using my lower back at all, which was great. But yeah, so I've only done 2 weight sessions this week, which is fine. I've still got one more to do at the weekend, which I'm going to be doing on Sunday probably, because I'm probably going to give myself a break tomorrow. But ideally I would have also got in a weighted cardio session, like a circuit, which has actually been programmed for me, but I just don't think I'm going to get around to doing it, if I'm honest. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it too much this week. My goal was 3 weight sessions. I'm going to hit the 3 weight sessions, and I would have hit my February goal. But I am a little bit disappointed in myself in terms of I definitely haven't had as much of an active week as I would usually. So, that impacts my overall, goal. The more active I am, the better it is for me. The more I'll see results. And I just feel like I've been quite sedentary this week. Like, I don't feel like I've walked much. I've been sitting around a lot. I've been doing a lot of prep work for my work, and just, usually I would kind of get up at lunchtime and go for a walk and stuff, and I just haven't done that. It hasn't helped that the weather's been quite wet as well. But yeah, I just definitely haven't done as much as I would normally have liked to. So yeah, anyway, I am going to head to sleep. I'm feeling quite tired. I'm hoping that I'm going to sleep better. I keep sleeping really, really late still. My sleep pattern still hasn't fully, it still hasn't fully sorted itself out yet. if I'm being honest. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it will do. So yeah, anyway, that's it for me today. I will catch up with you guys at the weekend and talk about my goals for next month. Good night. Good evening. Hi. I've had my hair cut and recoloured. This is probably the shortest I've had my hair in I don't even know how long. It took me a long time to like mentally prepare myself to cut my hair this short. It's short for me. I know it's not like short. If I straighten out my hair, like it's still over shoulder length. But yeah, this is short for me. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about, because obviously this is my fitness vlog. So it's Sunday evening. I'm going to be uploading this video tomorrow, because I just wanted a really chilled out evening tonight, so I didn't want to vlog and earlier on to like make a deadline to upload the video tonight. So I'm gonna upload tomorrow. So I had my last session of weights today, and I did go to the gym to do it. It was back and biceps, and it was a very good session in the sense of technique was good, and like the weights I think were okay. I could definitely feel the burn. I could feel I was working. And yeah, so I managed to get my third weight session in of the week, and that means I've managed to complete my February goal of weight session every 3 weight sessions every week. So I'm very, very happy. Which obviously then leads me going into March, and I know it's 1st March already, but it was leap year. So March the 2nd is the Monday that I'm going to be starting my next week in. So I've been speaking to my coach about it. So obviously in January I was very, very cardio focused. In February I've been very, very weight focused, and I haven't been cardio focused at all this month in February, apart from like going to dance classes. Like I actually haven't run any 5Ks, which I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm definitely going to need to run a 5K at some point in March, I think, just to see how my fitness levels are doing. And I think at the very, very beginning of the year, or even end of last year, when I was thinking about vlogging, I was talking about how I want to build up habits. So my habits in January was the running, my habits in February was weight training. So my habit for March is going to be building on those. But one of the key big focuses for me is to have mobility and stretching in the month of March. So I definitely 100% have not been great at mobility or stretching. I started stretching after my 5Ks, like before and after my 5Ks, very early on in January, and then kind of let it die down a little bit, and just doing some static stretching at the end of 5Ks sometimes when I felt like I had some extra time that I was willing to give. Not really done much stretching during the month of February. Again, some static stretching at the end of weight sessions if I've cared to like go and do it. But and then in my dance classes. But I've not focused on mobility and stretching myself. So what I did last week was I had a very, very stiff lower back. Not last week, it was this week. So I had a very, very stiff lower back from my deadlifts, and it was hurting me, so I decided to take a yoga class at my gym, and they use something called a yoga wheel. It's specific for back, so like to try and get a bendy back, to try and release tension from your back, and release tension from in between your vertebrae and stuff. And I found that was challenging but quite helpful, so I'm going to continue with that class. That's only once a week though, and that's not enough to really properly like improve mobility and stretching. And for sure I can tell, like when I do my squats and when I do my deadlifts and stuff, I'm not getting deep enough because my hip flexors are quite tight, my hips are quite tight, so I don't feel like I'm going low enough in terms of getting like full range of motion in my lifts. So March is going to be dedicated to basically building on my cardio and my weights, but bringing in mobility and stretching. So what I'm planning to do is basically during the week, I'm just going to, what's the word that I'm looking for? Alternate. I'm just going to alternate my days. So I'm still going to have 3 weight training sessions a week. I'm still going to continue dancing. So I've got dance at least once a week, every week in March, which is a lot less than I would usually be doing, but like that's my commitment that I've made, like at least once a week. And then on top of that, I'm going to make the commitment of once a week going to the yoga session on the Tuesday, and also doing a stretching and mobility session by myself, and that will be to dedicate a full session to stretching and working on things like splits training and just increasing like range of motion for my lifts. So that's going to be very, very important for me. So the very first, I think the first session that I'm going to do with proper mobility will be either Thursday this week or Sunday. And I'm going to test again. I think in my week 1 video I did record myself doing some stretching, and I haven't really kept that up, so I'm going to test myself in terms of my flexibility either on Thursday or Sunday, and I will record so that I can take some videos and pictures and stuff to see where I am in terms of my flexibility. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So yeah, I'm just going to alternate. So this week I'm going to weight train on Monday. I've got yoga on Tuesday, but before yoga I think I might do some cardio. On Wednesday I've got a weight session. Thursday I'll probably do some sort of mobility if I can, or take it as a rest day. Friday I'm dancing. Saturday I'm going to do a weight session, and then Sunday I've got dance, and again I might do some mobility and stretching. So I'm just going to keep alternating that every week. So like same days weight sessions, same days mobility, same days dancing where I can, and see how the month of March goes. I've been taking some progress pictures. I personally haven't really seen much difference, but my coach has said that she has seen difference and she sees body fat being lost. It's really, really difficult for me because I was actually looking back at some really, really old pictures from like 5 years ago, where I know when I took the pictures at the time, I was so picky and I was still going on about, oh my God, I'm still so fat, and like this bit doesn't look right and this bit doesn't look right. I need to focus on this. But actually, if I compared the 5-year photos, it's crazy how much weight and how much fat I've gained. And I can't believe that I had the mentality of I didn't think I looked slim, because I definitely was. My waist was tiny, like my stomach was not flat, but it definitely was a lot more flatter than it is now. And like just my body fat distribution was just so much better than it is now. So that kind of put me in a not a horrible mood today, but like I was feeling a bit down about it. And my coach was just like, you need to forget the past because the past's in the past now, and it's really, really just time to focus on like going forward. So yeah, it's just giving me some perspective and like a bit of a reality check. So I'm going to continue taking my photos, continuing like my measurements and stuff, because that's how I'm going to show whether I'm progressing or not. Yeah, and we will see how March goes. Sleep this weekend has been really, really good for me. So both Saturday night and both Friday night and Saturday night I slept very, very well. And I'm hoping that that's going to continue for this week, because I kind of feel like when I have really, really good sleep, I feel so much better in myself. And it's just been like 3 months worth of really, really bad sleep. That's just, you know, constantly been trying to catch up. I've been trying to catch up with, and it's just not been great. So I am so focused on good sleep, continue to drink really, really good water, exercise well, eat well, and everything I'm sure will fall into place. So I'm definitely feeling much better about things. There are still off days. There are still days where I'm like, I don't feel great. Oh, I don't want to do this. But in the grand scheme of things, I've continued to meet the goals that I've set myself every month. You know, and I've got to take that as the win, because that's what's going to eventually get me to where I need to get to. So I just need to keep taking it day by day, week by week, keep recording these vlogs to keep myself accountable. It's quite nice to have like some reflection at the end of the week. And yeah, so hopefully tomorrow will be a great week. It's the start of week 10 and I am looking forward to what the month of March is going to bring me. Good night.